Really been a one-inning guy this season, the 1-1. Driven to center field, pushing Holt back. Plenty of room. Looking to tag will be Donay. Catch made. A little pump fake, and he fooled everybody. Now a late break, and the throw home is in time. Peyton Holt with a pump fake on the catch. The runners had to reassess, and he ends up with a double play. That is the ultimate deke. Chris Burke, you ever seen that?
I've seen it before, yes. I've never seen it work. And you talk about working to perfection. Watch, Peyton Holt's going to get below this ball, act like he's going to catch it high, and then catches it lower than anticipated. Kind of acts like he's about to catch it, and completely dekes Donay at third base, who cannot recover. What a play by the Razorback center field. Donay at third base. So he's going to raise his glove, and Donay just doesn't watch the ball finish. And he takes Holt's glove as if he's about to receive it, as opposed to tracking the ball, which really is Holt threw the ball to Sprague Lott at third base. But because Donay was so tricked, they still had time to go from third to home. And that is just one of the headiest plays you will ever see. And right now, it's just kind of indicative of the way things are going for the Gators.
Yeah,
there's no reason to try to be jumpy at third base in with a ball hit that deeply, and Donay just doesn't finish the play, and that is a wild turn of events in this one.
When McLean was taken in the third round by the Orioles, then turned down a bunch of money to come back to school.
There's Peyton Holt, his first hit as a member of the Hogs. The JUCO transfer from Crowder Community College puts one back up the box. Jason Jones comes around from second to score, and the hit parade continues.
Another payoff. Nice sliding backhanded stop, firing across. What a way to end the game. Peyton Holt with a gold glove type of play behind third base.
And look at this athleticism right here. He slides there and just comes up and throws a dart. And I think he got a little assistance with that skip off the grass, but
Peyton Holt getting the start at third base. He drives that ball to center. Tagged rather well. This one's got a chance. Back to back. First Kendall Diggs. How about the first collegiate home run for Peyton Holt? And he's made it 2-0 Razorbacks. Bet that feels good for Peyton Holt.
an absolute bomb to center field. You talk about getting all the leverage you possibly can on that swing. That was Peyton Holt right there. As soon as you see a center fielder turn that head around and just put it down and take off and run.
Backs in the box there. Payoff pitch. That's a fair ball. Holt with a nice backhand. Can he make the throw? My goodness gracious. What a play. I think Tech wants a review. The kid's looking good at third base. The thing's going to travel in threes. That ball shot to right center field. Hit well. Hogarth turning and running. That's up the top of the fence, and it lands on the track. Holt's going to have 3 bases. Loses that helmet. Goes in sliding with a triple. That one hit the fence. That ball was 104 off the bat from Peyton Holt for a wiggle. Hammered to Holt. Able to play it on a dive. Gets it out at second. My goodness, that's the best double play you will see all year. Holt with a layout and a nice turn by Colton Jones. And somehow the Trojans don't score after that masterpiece.
Great job by Peyton Holt. Just lays out and throws a bullet to Cole. And this 4-6-3 double play is amazing. It is
off the end of the bat. Dropping into right center field for a base hit. Jones will score. Holt's going to try and score from first base. The kid's a wild stallion out there. That is a 2-run single, and Holt never stopped running.
Ground ball the right side. Sliding play, and Holt makes it to end the ball game, and the Arkansas Razorbacks have swept Mississippi State in Starkville.
Still found a way to put up some strong performances. There's a roller to second, a tag by Holt, a flip to first, and a double play.
Well, that's one way to save you some pitches is
young Peyton Holt. He's going to send one down the line and right. This ball is fair. It's going to roll to the corner. Petrie will chase. Holt will go to second base. There was a brief bobble, but Holt will stop, loses the helmet. Has a leadoff double in that series. 11 runs batted in. That ball drilled to the gap in right center field. Stone's not going to get there. He's able to cut it off on the track. That may save a run. Cali to third. What a play by Stone on the double from Holt. If that ball gets by him, it scores a run.
Yeah, I think so.
Third hit of the game for Peyton Holt. Cali was running, but he'll only advance 90 feet. Peyton Holt is 3 for 3. He just barrels up baseballs. That was 108 off the bat.
Yeah, hard, man. These dudes showed up every weekend and just play. Look at just like that right there. I mean, are you kidding me? That's my backup. Really? You know, he's not a backup. You know, here's what I tell the guys. You're not a backup. You're a future starter.
Pulled to the right side, long run for Holt, who's playing deep from his knees. Got him! What a play by Peyton Holt. When you're at home versus on the road.
Come on.
Ball smoked towards the fence and high off of it. Here's Slavin's rumbling home, and Holt will toss the helmet aside. He's hot too.
Do it, Peyton Holt. And showing range all over. Holy cow.
And he torches this one into the seats and into the tent. 3-run home run, Peyton Holt.
Peyton Holt, welcome to the show, young man. I mean, just go ahead and put an exclamation point behind your name because it has been a loud week.
Peyton Holt at the plate, and a fastball fisted into right field. It's a 2-out single. It's in scoring position. Bounced up the middle, and Holt's got a hit. Slavin's around third. Arkansas has tied this game at 2 on Peyton Holt's second hit of the contest against Paul Skeens.
This kid's unbelievable.
To the left side, Cole goes to second for 1. Holt instead goes to third and got him! Peyton Holt is playing out of his mind.
Well, you know, it's hit to the hole, so you know you're not going to turn it on to Speedy Thompson, and then you just rip your head around and throw the ball with anticipation.
Lead man the pitch. Liner, leaping grab by Holt. What a play by the second baseman, and Arkansas turns away the Santa Clara threat. What a play by the second baseman as Arkansas escapes. We go to the bottom of the 4th.
Couple of home runs last season. Hits one hard up the middle into center, base hit. No surprise, Peyton Holt does it again. Wagner locked up around second, able to scramble back on the base hit. It's a 3-2 game. The Wild Stallion is loose again, and Peyton Holt. Next one to Mancini, a little chopper. Holt's going to get there, tags the runner, and throws to first for the double play. A nice effort to avoid that here and elevate this 1-run lead. Soft little flare out into center, dropping base hit. Holt sees one pitch, drives it a run. The throw goes to third. It's not in time. Holt will follow to second, and the Hogs have taken a 3-1 lead.
2 outs, nobody on base. Peyton Holt, last chance. And he crushes it high and deep to left field. This is God! Peyton Holt's tied this game with a solo homer in the 9th. A 3-hit performance by Peyton Holt.
How about Coach Dave Van Horn pulled the trigger on Holt, and he says, "Thank you, Coach. I'll show you that was worth it." What a change of momentum. Alabama thinking they're going to get this win. Alden Davis on the mound, and Peyton Holt makes them pay.
The 0-2. Reached for and sent high in the air to left field. Peyton Holt moving back all the way to the track. Reaches up and makes the catch. Hustling back to first base, Gage Miller. The throw there. Miller's out. A double play turned by Arkansas. 2 gone.
What a defensive gem right there by Peyton. So got to the track. Knew that Gage Miller was expecting that to be dropped. He was.
That's a base hit for Holt. Diggs rounds third. Throw from Petrie. Diggs will score. Holt is on second.
And he sends this one high and deep to left, and he's given Arkansas the lead. 2-run home run for Peyton Holt.
Arkansas offense has not given the home crowd a ton to cheer about over the last 2 ball games. But what an explosion, a 5-spot here in the bottom of the 7th. And boy, are they having some fun in that dugout right now.
And had a lead going to the bottom of the 10th. Peyton Holt will lift one in the air to left. Back to the wall. That's gone. Woo pig. Peyton Holt hits his 3rd home run of the season. And Arkansas has a 3-run lead. Tell you what, you put this kid in the outfield, he makes plays. You put him in the batting lineup, and he does the same.
Barrel. And again, we talked about the ball flying out to left field. I think it might have got in on his hands just a little bit. Hey, but it was enough to get it out. How about 352 for the distance into the hog pen?
But that was 90 off the bat. You rarely see a home run at 90 miles an hour.
And Burks tags one. What a grab in center field.
Boy, if that's they call it a catch? Wow.
Tremendous play by Peyton Holt. Immediately redeems himself.
Look, he gets that glove under it. Ball goes in. Outstanding catch.
But Burks with a sac fly makes it 6-0.
0 through 5 innings. Stroke to right. Holt back on the run, gets turned around, and somehow he made the catch. Peyton Holt finds a way to provide some drama each and every game, even when maybe he overran the baseball.
Out into the webbing. Watch where this ball is caught. He barely keeps that ball in his glove. That is insane.
This is Ethan Pulliam. He's going to drive a ball in the air, left center field, well struck. Holt on the move, running back into a dive. Unbelievable! Peyton Holt has turned in highlight play, one after another. First the deke, last night the dive, tonight the tumble. The kid has moxie, and he knows only one speed.
And Peyton Holt just flat out outruns that baseball and lays out on the warning track.
Coming next.
Out towards center field. Jordan can't make the catch. It gets away. Holt ends up at second base and poses back to the dugout. And hitting in those spots. 0 for 6 so far today.
That ball's hammered.
Annihilates that baseball to left. Arkansas on top. That ball is touched deep to left. Is it enough? Out of here. 3-run shot, Peyton Holt. That's how you get it going. That ball's blistered out to left. Waldschmidt, he watches it leave the yard. How about back-to-back home runs for Peyton Holt? Back-to-back jacks for the Razorback center fielder. And this 1-0 lead. In the right field, that's a base hit. Aloy makes the turn past third. He will slide headfirst home, and it's an RBI single for Peyton Holt. 2-0 Arkansas.
For the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Holt swings at the first pitch. Tough play for Palmer in the hole, and Holt is able to beat out the throw of Palmer. Peyton Holt hits this one well to left, back to the wall. It's gone. 7th home run of the year for Peyton Holt. The lead has been cut to 1 run. Expanded coverage with squeeze play. This one is hung across home plate and absolutely obliterated into left. Peyton Holt, home run.
high breaking ball, came in there 67 miles an hour. Look where he swings. Belt high breaking ball. This ball's got to get down. Looper just trying to do a little get over pitch for a strike. And Peyton Holt, one of the leaders on the squad, the guy that keeps everybody loose when things get tight.
Ground ball gets by Cannon at first, and Holt is a one-out base runner for the Razorbacks.
And he sends a fly ball to center this time. Holt coming on, dives for it. What a catch by Peyton Holt, the converted infielder.
Yeah, it may be new, but it doesn't look like a work in progress right now for Holt. Holt kind of seems like that guy that it doesn't really matter what he does, he's going to be pretty good at it. Throw him out in center field, which is not an easy place to be thrown into, and he has looked the part since he's been out there.